Coming up on FYI.
It's incredible to be a part of a community where there's other riders that look like me.
Every deaf person is different. Some of us sign, some of us speak, some of us do a bit of both.
This is thought to be the smallest freshwater turtle in the world, the Viarta mud turtle. And this little one is the first ever to be born in captivity.
This is FYI, bringing you all the latest news that matters to you.
First up, Viarta has been to a special horse riding event, all about celebrating and supporting diversity in the sport.
When you think about inclusivity and diversity in sport, horse riding maybe isn't the first sport that comes to mind.
Whenever I go out to competitions or clinics, I don't see a lot of people that look like me.
Big for your horse and you want to get the distance.
But some groups are working hard to change that.
The first time I actually ever saw an ethnic minority on a horse was when I joined Cool Ridings. I'm in Gloucester at an event set up by Cool Ridings, a community created to celebrate and support diversity in equestrian sport.
Lydia Haywood is its founder. From starting her journey at a local horse riding school at just 11
Lydia Haywood underway with Tullaher Lottie combination
to representing Jamaica on the international stage. Lydia knows firsthand the importance of representation.
When I was growing up in the sport, it was a bit lonely. I tried to fit in, but nobody really looked like me. So I want to make sure there's a community where everyone feels like they belong.
I read a report that says horse riders who came from diverse backgrounds tend to struggle to find their place in the community. Would you say that's your experience?
I would, yeah. I feel like I don't bring my true self to the yard. Coming to competitions with hundreds of riders and being the only black rider can be difficult. When I've been on yards, I've had a vibe that have made me feel not welcome, whether it's the landowner glaring at me or telling me I've done things wrong. I feel like I've been villainised on yards and it's not a nice position to be in. It has no place in this sport and it doesn't matter what you look like, you should be treated properly and respected.
Lydia isn't the only person who's had experiences like that. In 2023, a report by British Equestrian found that bullying and negative racialised experiences were a big problem in the sport. Around 1 in 4 people surveyed felt they were treated unfairly because of their race, making it harder for them to take part in horse riding activities. Cool Ridings is one group that wants to change that.
It's incredible to be a part of a community where there's other riders that look like me. Lydia Haywood is absolutely incredible, and the first time I met her I was so starstruck. I think it's really great for me personally to see a rider that looks exactly like me really high up in the sport.
Everyone's so nice and welcoming, and it's really nice to see a lot of people doing something that they enjoy.
There are other challenges that can make horse riding feel out of reach for many. It can be expensive, and even where you live can come into it. Ethnic minority groups are more likely to live in towns or cities, where it can be difficult to find a yard to ride in. But with more groups like this popping up, there's hope that the sport will be more accessible for everyone.
When I'm around my horse, it's just like a distraction from everything that's making me feel stressed. It's just like my safe space.
I love to see people grow in confidence in the saddle and in social situations. When you make friends in the horse world that celebrate you, it's really special. Not everybody gets on in this world, but there is a place for everyone in this sport. Horses are for everyone.
Now, this next story made us go OMG!
This is thought to be the smallest freshwater turtle in the world, the Viarta mud turtle. And this little one is the first ever to be born in captivity in Guadalajara Zoo in Mexico. Here it is next to a Mexican 5-peso coin, just slightly bigger than a UK 10p coin. Not much is known about these turtles because they were only recently discovered, but like many other turtle species, they're critically endangered. Their habitats are being destroyed from us humans building more houses as our own population grows. Worryingly, the Turtle Conservation Coalition's most recent report says that more than half of the world's turtle and tortoise species are now threatened with extinction. For now, zoo staff plan to learn more about how the Viarta mud turtle lives, so that they can make sure it is protected in the future. This week marked International Week of Deaf People. It's a time of celebration, raising awareness and promoting action for the rights of deaf people around the world. This year's theme was about sign language rights, but how much do you know about sign language and communicating with deaf people? Well, here's Druvy with more info.
Hi, my name's Druvy, and if you haven't already guessed, I'm deaf. I have cochlear implants fitted. These are a type of hearing aid, so when I turn them on, they can help me hear sound. But when they're turned off, like now, I can't hear a thing, which sometimes can be a good thing, like if you've got a friend who's trying to learn the trumpet. The important thing to know is that not all deaf people are the same. Some of us lose our hearing later in life. Some of us can hear a little bit, and some of us might be deaf in just one ear. But when you're out and about, like in a railway station, you might not even realise that some of the people around you are deaf. In fact, it's estimated 1 in 6 people have some type of deafness, so in a situation like this, that could be a lot of people. I was born deaf, but my parents, little sister, and all of my family can hear. But sometimes your whole family can be deaf. When I'm talking with my family and deaf friends, I use British Sign Language, also known as BSL. We use our hands to make words, so let me give you some quick examples. Dog, get down. Football, whoa. And a really important one to know, ice cream. I'm sure you agree. There are other forms of sign language as well, such as American Sign Language and Chinese Sign Language, which use different signs to British Sign Language. But this is where it gets complicated. Every deaf person is different. Some of us sign, some of us speak, some of us do a bit of both. Some of us have hearing aids, but others don't. Some of us have cochlear implants, like mine. And some of us are able to lip read, which means we usually work out the words just from looking at your lips. Let's try it out, shall we? See if you can work out what Maya is saying. Did you get that? Well, here it is again, this time with the sound and my signing.
Hi, how are you? Would you like to go watch some TV?
Don't worry if you didn't get it. Lip reading can be really hard. You may feel a bit scared about talking to deaf people like me. Just in case you get it wrong, we're a friendly bunch and like making new friends. Just like you, so don't be nervous. We really want to be included in conversations. Here are my 6 top tips on how you can talk to someone who is deaf or hard of hearing. Number 1. To start with, you can get our attention with a tap on the shoulder or a wave. Number 2. Background noise can make things really difficult. So move away from it or turn down the music if you can. Number 3. Make sure you're always facing the person when you're talking to them and try not to look away or cover your mouth, as it makes lip reading even harder. Number 4. Be yourself and speak naturally. It's easy to think you should slow down or exaggerate words. But as long as you don't mumble, it should be fine. Number 5. If there's more than one of you in the conversation, don't talk over each other, as it makes it impossible to understand. Take it in turns to talk. And lastly, even if the deaf person doesn't understand what you're saying at first, keep trying and don't be afraid to write it down or type it on your phone. The important thing is to not give up. I hope these tips make you feel a bit more confident about talking to deaf people. It's easy for us to feel isolated. So next time you see someone who's deaf or hard of hearing, go say hi. It could be the start of a great new friendship.
This next story really caught our eye this week. The winners of the 15th annual Nikon Small World in Motion video competition have been announced this week. This international contest recognises filmmakers who capture the world in mind-blowing microscopic detail. Check out this footage from Brazil of a newborn sea urchin walking along the seabed. Or this film of a tiny microscopic animal called a tardigrade. But the winner was this incredibly detailed footage of a thyme-leaf speedwell flower as it self-pollinates. It was captured by Jane McClellan from the USA and is an example of the clever ways that some plants adapt to survive.
That's about it from us this time, but we'll see you next week for more of the latest top news. Bye!